Morning, good afternoon, good evening, Fabulites. It's Angela, and I'm back with another edition of Notes on the Newsfeed. The channel is Be Fabulous You. Thank you for clicking and sticking around. Hey, to this segment where I read the headlines. If you'd like to see what the articles are actually saying, then you can hit me on my Twitter feed, Be Fabulous You, all one word, BeFabulous YOU, and the articles are on my Twitter feed. So yeah. Some of these articles I haven't read. Some I've just read the headlines. Some I clicked through once and read the little summary. This is just me reading the headlines, and if I have a reaction that I feel like sharing, I'm gonna share it. But sometime I might not even have a reaction. Like, here's a prime example. Greek rubbish strike causes stink. I do kind of have a reaction. So over in Greece, they having a garbage strike and it stinks. I think it's a funny headline. Facebook is testing a feature that stops profile photo theft. That's kind of good. I think they should go with that, because I get more, maybe because I have a lot of older people on my timeline, because knock on wood, I haven't had my Facebook page hacked, but it seemed like it's some people I know who they've been hacked, 200 times, 70 times. I mean, I don't understand. And then it'd be their picture, anyway, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, let's minimize the ability to do that so easily, because then a lot of their friends just click on the accept the friends request because they recognize the name and the face, even though they already Facebook friends with the person. Okay. Why is this white lady, this is coming off of Black Time Travel, I thought the headline was funny. Why is this white lady hating on NeNe Leakes, Real Housewives of Atlanta come back? And I was like, well, who is the white lady? It is Bethany Frankel from the Real Housewives of New York. And from what I could gather from reading the article, Miss Bethany is upset that NeNe is getting so much money. Now, I'm not necessarily a fan of NeNe. I still do watch the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, I don't watch Love and Hip Hop anymore. I don't know. It's like, it's not even interesting to me. Occasionally, I'll listen to somebody's review on it. But I still watch the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't really need to see NeNe, because she seems really, to me, she plays the role of someone who seems really mean-spirited, nasty, and petty. And I'm not really sure. It's like, oh, I need more of that in my life. Yeah, let's bring NeNe back. Now, she was kind of funny, but I don't care if she come back or not. And I feel like, I wouldn't have paid no $2.5 million. Is that what she got for her? But then I'm not looking at the Bravo number, so I don't know how they made their decision. I'm assuming if they're paying her that they are making way more, because the help is always paid only a fraction of what the corporate entities are making, right? So if you see a basketball player making about a bunch of money, imagine how much the owner is making. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really a fan of NeNe. I'm not saying I'm a hater, but I'm not a fan of NeNe. But I'm not a fan of anybody else making a commentary on this woman's negotiation skills and what she's doing. So I don't know. I didn't read the article except to find out who it was. So maybe there's some valid reason. Like, I remember in Detroit, there's this product called Nature's Blessing. It's a hair pomade. And there was some people who felt like if they would get into somebody else's behind for selling Nature's Blessing for cheap, because they felt that undermined the whole Detroit market. So if you selling it, if we all agree to sell it for $4, then we can all make $4. But if you sell it for $3, then you erode my profit, and if we just all agree, we can have a sort of, And so I don't know if that's I don't know. But just from my casual observation, Miss Bethany, go on and sit yourself down and negotiate and be a more desirable, dynamic, watched, popular housewife, so that you can negotiate a better deal for yourself. Don't hate the player, hate the game, boo. Michigan Black Chamber of Commerce acquires National Business League. That was really interesting to me. I don't know why, but it was. Okay. Michelin reinvents the wheel with new 3D printed biodegradable tires. Ooh. Because you be seeing, y'all probably, I live in Detroit, so it's some places where people just dump tires. Or I saw on the news where there was this one house which was filled with tires, which is probably a company that should just pay for disposing of tires instead of polluting the neighborhood and the community. But anyway, it's good to have biodegradable tires. And 3D, I'm fascinated by this whole 3D technology, because they can 3D print houses now. Did you hear about that? Young people in the U.S. are being diagnosed with HIV in disproportionately high numbers. It's almost like, from what I could gather from skimming the article, it's like the trend is reversing, where the numbers were going down for young people. They're starting to go up for young people. What's up, y'all? That's not good. Getting rich. Trump was trying to rattle and outbluff Comey by teasing the existence of tapes, because y'all know the news came out and it was quite shocking and surprising that Zero ain't got no tapes. And here he trying to out rattle the rattler. That man is a CIA, FBI, whatever he a intelligence official. That's what they try to do. And okay. Lead and the black community. How the Flint water crisis may be just the beginning. A lot of this old infrastructure, like if you look at old houses, like lead used to be very, very popular. And if you look at this old infrastructure of the cities where a lot of black and brown folks live, the infrastructure is disintegrating. So lead pipes used to be all the thing. So I didn't read the article, but I'm definitely a believer in the fact that these infrastructures are crumbling and all kinds of stuff is going on with our water that we may or may not be aware of. You filter your water? I filter my water. Kenya, cholera outbreak hits dozens at health conference. Is that some World Health Organization stuff? Are they like get the people together at the health conference and experiment on them? Because they do that out in the world, especially with black and brown folks. Anyway, I didn't read the, I just read the. Donald Trump doesn't want poor people in economic cabinet. GOP data firm that exposed millions of Americans' personal information is facing its first class action lawsuit. So people's names and numbers and emails and stuff was just out there posted on some site in the internet, not protected or whatever, from what I could gather. And anybody, not me because I'm not like a techie, but I guess if you were like Techie 101, you could just get that information, have my name, my telephone number, my email address, and I don't know what other information, maybe how much I had donated. The U.S. is still helping to run black site prisons where detainees are allegedly abused and tortured. Allegedly. One of Trump's newest appointees is still a lobbyist, earning hundreds of thousands from Saudi Arabia. And I did click on the article. I think so far to date the person has earned like $450,000. So this is what, May, June, like half the year. So that means this person makes almost $1 million a year. And they probably brokered the arms deal between the U.S. and Saudi Arabia that just went down. Did I read or hear, is that true? That was like the biggest arms deal in history? I don't know if that's true. That sounds like an exaggeration. But anyway, so this person is anyway, we don't even need to talk about. I'm just putting that out there. A $15,000 basic income lottery promised free money for a year. Then the checks stopped coming after about 5 months. And I have been just kind of fascinated by this whole basic income conversation and who's doing it throughout the world and reading articles and, so that kind of caught my attention. But 15,000, I mean, it's a lot and it's not a lot. Like, you ain't have a plan. What happened after 5 months? Huh? All right. German police raid 36 homes over social media hate speech. The 8 states with the worst roads in the U.S. Netflix sets Jillian Jacobs, Vanessa Bayer, and Phoebe Robinson for Gary Sanchez comedy Ibiza. I think I clicked on that because one of the women was black. I don't know which one it is, but anyway, let's check out Ibiza and see who's in it. I know somebody named Aziza. I wonder if I'm pronouncing it right. Kenya's schoolgirls to get free sanitary pads from the government. Isn't that interesting? A photographer found his subjects 40 years later to recreate the original pictures, and they're incredible. So says Business Insider. But that sounds interesting. Did y'all ever see 7 Up, 14 Up, 28 Up, that movie where they followed like these British English children and they interviewed them at 7 and they got back with them at 14, 28? I think they did one at like 42. They done it like almost every 7 years. But it was interesting. Hackers reportedly altered and stole voting data before 2016 election. That's not a surprise. A Cornell scientist saved an $11 million industry and ignited a food controversy that's raged for 30 years. I clicked on the article, but I would have had to go further to figure out what they were talking about. Read how one NFL player is saving 90% of his play. And I said his name twice because I clicked on the article. He a Detroit Lion. Yay! And this is coming off of Financial Juneteenth. So that's what I got. Again, I'm going to send this over to my Twitter feed. Lickety split, probably not lickety split, but within the next 48 hours is my target. It might already be over there. Be Fabulous You on Twitter. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, subscribing. Be you, be fabulous you, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.